Hello, my dear learners. How are you, everyone? I hope you all are safe and fine at your places. And I believe that the learning process is going on wonderfully, right? So, today, what we are going to learn, we are going to learn a new topic, right? So, I would like to welcome in our physical education class. Welcome to our physical education. This is your unit 6 as you are aware, right? And the name of our unit is test and measurement. Alright, dear students. So today we are going to be about a new thing. That's the Harvard step test, right? So what does it do? This test measured and who made it? So before that, I was going to tell you some of the important things that should be in our mind before understanding this. So first, basically, we need to learn 5 basic things that are the components of physical fitness. What are the components of physical fitness? As you are aware about, I think, component of physical fitness. The very first step I'm going to tell you is strength. What is strength? Strength is the ability to overcome resistance. It means basically it is our power of muscles. So strength is something which is the ability to overcome resistance. It may be static, it may be dynamic. Let's say if I'm standing here and I'm pushing something, bro, like I'm pushing this wall, okay? And when I'm pushing this wall, this board, so what does happen? I can't able to push it because this is so huge. It have more capacity than me. It's so heavy. I can't bear this. So my muscles do not have the capacity to push it. So what is it? But I can push. I can hold this jaw. My muscles of my fingers can hold this jaw. It means my muscles have a capacity to hold it. My hand muscles have a capacity to hold this. So the ability to overcome resistance is called strength. It may be static, it may be dynamic. So the word static says that whenever the thing is in single place, it's static. Whenever the thing that is in, whenever the thing is in motion, so it's what? It is specific, right? So whenever we talk about this physical fitness component, the very first thing is strength. Let's talk about the second one, and the second one is the speed. When I'm talking about speed, so speed is basically to perform a movement as fast as possible. Now the point comes, what are the components? It means you have to learn the speed. So it's the speed of movement, it's reaction time. When I'm telling you about the reaction time, so when we bring our body into action, let's say this is my starting position for 50-meter run, right? I'm gonna start run as soon as the whistle, blown, I'll be just moving. So when I bring my body into action, it means when I start running, okay, that thing will be reaction time. Then there will be acceleration zone when I enhance my speed, and finally there is a speed of movement, that is when we finish the race. So this is about speed. Speed is the ability to perform movement as fast as possible. Third thing is endurance. A very important concept, and it's totally related to today's topic, that is step Harvard test. When I'm talking about endurance, so endurance is something which is the ability to overcome fatigue. Now here a lot of things are come, like the functioning of our lungs, the functioning of our heart, the functioning of our muscles, etc. It means the capacity to take oxygen, the pumping of blood, etc. Basically, when we talk about endurance, so endurance is concerning with that is our long-term activity or a long duration activity, right? So whenever we talk about this, kind of long duration activities or some sort of these things, right? So it's totally depends it measures the cardiovascular endurance. Okay, so whenever you measure this your cardiovascular endurance, or whether you talk about the heart, the functioning of lungs, so these all things are related with the what? These all things are related with the functioning of the heart, with the functioning of the lungs. So it's so simple. It's just it will take such a small time to understand, and this is something which tell us about the various functions of our body. So whenever we do a long term activity is only related with the endurance. So endurance is something which is related to the long term activity, right? So whenever we do a 600-meter run, whenever we are doing a cyclothon, a marathon, etc., so these things are considered with the endurance, right? After endurance, we have a next thing called flexibility. So when I am talking about flexibility, so flexibility is something which allow our joints to move in maximum range. So when the body, when an individual, it's the ability, we can say, it's the ability of a body to expand your leg, expand your joints, right? So it's the ability to take your joints into the maximum range called flexibility. Flexibility may be static, flexibility may be dynamic. When a person is set on a particular place and doing some asanas, let's say I'm doing chakrasana, let's say I'm doing rakshasana, let's say I'm doing some sort of asanas, right? So whenever I'm doing some asanas while sitting on a place, like I'm performing padmasana, so these exercises static because person is performing this asana at a single place. When I am talking about the exercise which are in motion, it's like ballistic method, like when I'm doing jumping jacks, or when I'm doing chin-ups, so some kind of exercise when my body is in motion. So whenever the body is in motion, it means changing from one place to another. Let's say if I'm doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is what I'm changing my places. So it belongs to what? Which kind of flexibility? Dynamic flexibility, because I'm changing my place constantly. Next is last one, that is coordinative ability. Coordinative ability. Whenever I am talking about this coordinative ability, basically what is coordinative ability? Coordinative ability is concerning with the functioning of various organs coordinatively, or I'll say the coordinative ability is the ability to perform movement with perfection and efficiency. Now, how we will perform the movements with perfection and efficiency? When if you have endurance, when you have speed, when you have flexibility, when you have this various things like all the physical fitness components like strength, speed, endurance, and flexibility, then and then it is possible that your coordinative ability will be fine. So whenever I am telling you about coordinative ability, it means the ability to perform movement with perfection and efficiency. I hope you guys got it, right? So let's move on to the next thing. Let's talk about a different thing that may help us to understand the concepts, the level of the concept, and so on, right? So it's very important to understand these 5 components before I'm gonna start about the step Harvard test, right? So that is why I have just started first with these 5 components. I hope you must have understood this, right? So what I have talked about right now, I have talked about what? I have talked about this component of physical fitness. Whenever I am talking about this component of physical fitness, so this component of physical fitness is basically what? It basically concerns with what? It is basically concerned with different activities. And these things, like when I'm talking about strength or cardiovascular system, right? Whenever we do exercise for this cardiovascular or respiratory system, or there will be hypertrophy of heart, there will be increase in cardiac output, there will be increase in breast pulses, there number of alveoli, pulmonary effective will good. Maximum oxygen uptake ability will enhance. New capillaries will form. So there are number of importance, right? So now let's begin with the Step-Howard test, and we'll be able to understand who gave the Step-Howard test, what is the exact meaning of the Step-Howard test, and how will we understand it properly. Whenever I'm talking about Step-Howard test, so basically who gave this Step-Howard test is given by Brohua. Who? Brohua. How will we learn? Brohua, right? So this Step-Howard test is given by Brohua, and in which year it was announced, or in which year it was inaugurated or came into existence, so it is 1943. So these two things is very important as part of our MCQ. So the Step-Howard test is given by Brohua, and this, it was inaugurated in this year 1943, right? So Brohua has some kind of thought in his mind, and he has prepared something for the cardiovascular system. Now whenever I am talking about the cardiovascular system, it is related with the heart, right? So today we will talk about heart, the functions of heart, and we will be able to understand, right? So we'll be able to understand that what exactly the work of this heart, and what exactly the cardiovascular system would lead on, how we can enhance the cardiovascular system. So basically whenever we work for the cardiovascular system, so it's really important to enhance the functioning of the cardiovascular system, because cardiovascular system it's so effective, and it is very important to know how to use this cardiovascular system. And we must go for the various kind of exercise for the cardiovascular system. So in the same way, in this topic, Step-Howard test, right? In the topic, this Step-Howard test, this Brohua, the person who is a great educationist of physical education, has given this, that is the Step-Howard test. And in this Step-Howard test, Brohua given some a test, kind of test, by which we can measure the cardiovascular fitness. So let us repeat. This test is given by Brohua, right? Who gave this test? This test is given by Brohua, and it was in 1942. When this test came, this test was here in 1943. What does this measure? Or if I say, what is the purpose of this Step-Howard test? So Step-Howard test, the function or the purpose is measure cardiovascular endurance. So what does it measure? It measures the cardiovascular endurance, right? The purpose of this Step-Howard test is measure cardiovascular endurance, which is the most important thing to know here when we are learning this Step-Howard test, right? So whenever we learn about Step-Howard test, we must know that the Step-Howard test measures the cardiovascular endurance, right? Next thing is, what are the requirements? So it is a 5 marks question for board exam. Okay? How many marks? 5 marks. So it's a 5 marks question. So you will have to do it properly. Okay? So basically what you need to do here is, so whenever I am talking about this requirement, right? It means the Step-Howard test require a lot of things. The first thing is gym bench, right? So there are 3 requirements when we do this test. Basically, how many requirements are there? There are 3 requirements. The first requirement is the gym bench. Which bench? Gym bench. And the gym bench, there is 2 different things for women as well as for men. So for women, the gym bench, the size should be 45 cm to 17 inches. Okay, it means 45 cm is equal to 17 inches, right? So what is the measurement of the bench? The gym bench should be 45 cm. It means for women's, and 17 inches, right? Next thing is 50 cm and 20 inches for boys. So whenever we talk about boy or man, so if you want to measure the cardiovascular endurance of it, so it should be 15 cm or 20 inches. Next requirement is the stopwatch, so that we can see the time whenever the student is performing requirement is gym bench, second requirement is stopwatch, third requirement is assistant or a helper. So a helper is also very important. The helper is required definitely, so that whenever this timing and so many things we need to measure, so it can be taken care of properly. First thing is gym bench. For women it is 45 and 17 centimeters. If we talk about men, so it is 50 centimeter 20 inches. If we talk about the next requirement, it is the stopwatch. Third requirement is the assistant or helper. So these requirement is very important whenever you want to conduct a test. Now let's come on, I will be telling you how to conduct this test. So the procedure is as follows. This is not a practical part, but definitely it will come in a theory part for 5 marks. So in this test, the student will step up and step down into the gym bench. So what basically needed to do, there was a gym bench, right? The student will have to do a warm up and then have to stand and then have to do step up, step down, step up, step down, step up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down for 5 minutes. How many minutes? It will be of 5 minutes. So this procedure, this test, the student step up and step down on the gym bench for 5 minutes or until the exhaustion of the rate of 30 steps per minute, right? So per minute he or she will have to do 30 steps. How many steps he or she will have to do? She will have to go for 30 steps per minute. So basically what a student will have to do or a player will have to do, the very first step, the student start up, step down. It means from the floor step up, step down. What is the height for the men? So let us take an example of this test is being done by a boy. So the height of that bench is in 20 inches. It means the student will step up and step down on the gym bench for 5 minutes. How many minutes? 5 minutes. In this 5 minutes or until the exhaustion. So whenever feel tired sometime or whenever people not done this thing, so there will be exertion, the lactic acid started depositing in the muscle and they feel very bad and they generally came down, they are not able to continue the activity for 5 minutes. So it's still the exertion of this exercise and this player will step up and step down for the 5 minutes, right? Now let's do what can a student do or a player do. Very first thing is, firstly the student perform the warm up, come near the gym bench. Now it's very important while doing any exercise, before that we needed to go for a good kind of warm up. What is warm up? Warm up is a general raising of body temperature. What is warm up? Warm up is a general raising of body temperature. Right? So a warm up, what does it do? It prepares us physically, prepares mentally, socially, emotionally. It means it gives us a sensation that yeah, your body is physically and mentally ready for participating in any sport. Right? So it's very important to do warm up, or after the work is done, what the people do after whenever this work is done, so generally people what do, they started to participate in another exercise, that is the what I told you is about the limbering down, right? So there are two things, that is limbering down and the next one is warming up. So while before participating in any activity, limbering down and cooling down, these two activities are very, very important, right? So go for proper warming up, it is also very important. Go for limbering down is again very important. Whenever you go for limbering down and warming up, see, before you participate in any game, you should go for warming up, so that the body, it's a general raising of body temperature. And when your body temperature generally raise up, it gives you a sensation when you feel that yeah, body is feeling good. It means it is basically what? It is basically the individual become physically, mentally alert and ready to participate in a particular kind of activity, right? So here we need to understand that while performing this step Howard test, which is given by Brohua in 1943, so it measured the cardiovascular endurance, required gym bench, stopwatch and assistance. How to perform this, as we had started, that the student will have to do a step up and step down. Okay, so let's say if I'm going to draw something here, Let's say I'm right here. Let's say this is the gym bench, okay? And here the student so there is a student will have to do this exercise here. These are his legs, and then he'll have to go down. So basically, I'm not able to draw that sketch, but step up and step down. So let's start. The first thing that we have understood here is warming up. So very first step is to do a good kind of warm up. Firstly, the individual to perform a warm up come near the gym bench. So when the helper will come with a stopwatch, the student will come, okay, in a comfortable dress. It means the sport kit, okay, the proper shoes. Okay, it means a proper sport kit. So that for the measurement of cardiovascular endurance, not the cardiovascular endurance, cardiovascular fitness. It means the capacity of heart and lungs. So first thing is clear to all. Second thing, at the command go, when the assistant or the coach say go, start up. It means the command says start. It means step up and step down. But assistant keep start the watch and see how many step ups and how many steps down. It means there should be 30 steps in a minute, and after the 30 steps there will be the measurement of the pulse. What is the pulse rate of the individual after every minute? Wrong. So after every minute we'll measure the pulse rate. So the first step is clear that the first is warming up, second is the gym bench. Third thing that we are going to see is when the coach or the assistant say go, we will start. The step up and start down will start. In this way, the stopwatch will also start, and after 1 minute, we will be able to measure what? We will be able to measure the pulse rate first, right? So let's come on the third step. These goes on step down and step out for 5 minutes. Okay, so till till the exertion or 5 minutes will take. So let's say if I am talking about the 1 minute. So as assistant measure the pulse rate and heart rate as a pulse 1. So when we measure the heart rate or the pulse rate, we will name it pulse 1 after 1 minute or after 2 seconds. Second, the assistants will measure the pulse rate or the heart rate. We also name this pulse rate 2. So I hope you understand what I am saying exactly. So in the same way, this pulse rate 1, pulse rate 2, pulse rate 3, pulse rate 4, pulse rate 5. In this kind, different things can be measured. Okay, I hope this much part is clear to everyone, how to perform this or how to attend this test. And this is a really very important task to do, so that at least the students could know that what exactly they'll have to do and what exactly the meaning of this. Now I am speaking something and I want you guys to put thorough attention on what I am telling you. Right? So let's start it. Let's step Howard test. It was started in 1943 by a Belgian-American physiologist, Lucien Rehua, and his associate W.C. helped a Brazilian develop fitness, which means I'm talking about cardiovascular endurance test. So basically रोवर का ये जो टेस्ट है, this test ये जो हार्वर्ड स्टेप टेस्ट है, क्या मेजर करता है? It measures the cardiovascular endurance. This test is also known as step Howard test. Harvard Fatigue Laboratories during World War II. It is simple test that use platform about 20 inches tall for man, stopwatch, and the assistant or a mentor. The participant is asked to set up on the platform or down again at the rate of 30 steps per minute. One step every 2 seconds, 5 minutes continuously or until the exertion of the player. In this contest, exertion is the point at which participant has no longer maintained the stepping rate of 15 seconds. Got it? Okay. As soon as the participant completes the cycle, he or she is asked to sit down and total number of heart beats counted between 1 to 1.5 minutes, 2 to 2.5 minutes, 3 to 3.5 minutes. The score is given based on the formula. So how to measure the physical efficiency? It means PEI, physical efficiency index. So this physical efficiency index, as you can see on the board, there is a formula: duration of exercise multiplied by 100, and this duration of exercise should be in second. There will be multiplication of 5.5 into the pulse count, and whatever the exercise will be in the seconds or something, right? So now we need to see some modifications are there sometime. So and some advantages too. The advantages of step Harvard test is simplicity, minimum requirement, less time cost, okay, to execute it. Disadvantage is also there. There is a failure of account of physiological difference between individual, especially in the height and weight, while height in the platform is used as standardized, right? So sometimes it becomes a problem. So now let's understand in the deepest form what exactly I want to say you guys, right? So let's come computation, right? So what I told you that we have to take for after 5 minutes we have to take pulses like pulse 1, pulse 2, pulse 3 in the same. How to compute it? That is a PEI. We call it physical efficiency index. PEI. What is PEI? Physical efficiency index. What is the formula to measure the physical efficiency index? The formula is duration of exercise in seconds. It means the duration should be in seconds, and we need to multiply it with 100. 5.5 is the constant while measuring this. Pulse count, you will have to write, means you can add the pulse count. Let's say now the question is that individual has done this exercise for 1 minute only. So what will you do? So there are three things. First is for this whole soul, second is for 1 minute formula, third one is for 3 minute formula. Let's talk about the 1 minute formula. So whenever there is a 1 minute, so let's say we'll have to write 3000 divided by pulse 1 plus 2 plus 3. It means pulse 1 we need to divide 3000. 1 stands 100,000, 10,000 is 30,000, right? So you'll have to divide it with addition of the pulse, that is pulse 1 plus pulse 2 pulse 3. If we are calculating it for half minute, what we will do? We'll have to do 100 multiplied test duration in seconds, 2 multiply sum of all the pulses. So we have right now calculated 3 pulses, so we'll write that. So these questions will not have to come in practical way, but it will definitely ask you for 5 marks in theory. So you will have to prepare this 5 marks question very nicely. Okay, so let's we'll recapitulate. Okay, so step Harvard test, it is given by Brogba. It was launched in 1943 after the Second World War. On the time of that, it measures the cardiovascular endurance. You can write the purpose of the step Harvard test is measuring cardiovascular endurance. It means here we are talking about heart and its function with respect to lungs too. What are the requirements? There are basically 3 requirements. First is the gym band, second is the stopwatch, third is the assistant or the helper. Especially the gym bench for boys is 45 cm or 17 inches. Sorry, it's for girls. So please make this line correct. Gym bench for girls is 45 cm and 17 inches. And if you talk about men, so it is 50 cm and 20 inches. The stopwatch, assistant or helper, right? Next is procedure. So when I am talking about procedure, these tests student step up and step down on the gym bench for 5 minutes. How many minutes? 5 minutes. And they have to do 30 steps per minute or until the exertion, right? So firstly they have to do warm with general raising of body temperature so that they will be physically, mentally healthy. Then they have to start on whenever the command they got so when they get the command, so as and when they got the command, they'll start this what? They'll start the this is step up and step down. Okay, now we have to measure 3 times the pulses. One, the student will start after 1 or 1.5 minutes, will have to measure the pulse, and we call it pulse 1. Again, we have to take the pulse 2. In the same way, then we have to calculate the fitness index. These are 3 formulas. With the help of that, we can calculate the physical efficiency index of an individual. It is very clear and very important to know that the strength, which is the ability to overcome resistance, the speed, ability to perform movement as fast as possible, endurance, ability to perform movement for a longer duration, and it is the ability to overcome fatigue, flexibility, the ability of our joints to move in maximum range, and coordination ability, that is the ability to perform work and perfection and efficiency. These 5 physical components need to be understood very nicely, and these physical fitness components should be very good. Otherwise, there will be lot of problem to execute such kind of things, right? So whenever this calculation done, so there are 5 ways to see, like if the excellent rating is up to 96, the good is 83 to 96, the average is 68 to 82, it means 82 to 68, below is 54 to 67, poor is less than 45, it means 54, right? Okay, so here we need to see, and here we need to think that step Howard test, which is given by Broca, and it was given in 1943 by a Belgian American physiologist, and the name of that physiologist is Broca, right? So it may ask in an MCQ form that who gave this. So this is given by Broca, and it was given in the year 1943. Now again the next question will come. So what will be the next question? The next question will be that what is the purpose of step Howard test? So the purpose of step Howard test is to measure the cardiovascular endurance. Now let's come on the third question. What will be the third question? The third question is that what are the requirements of step Howard test? So the first requirement is the gym bench, and we need to specify that the gym bench for women it should be 55 centimeter or 17 inches. If we talk about the men, so men it should be 50 centimeter and 20 inches. Alright. Second is the stopwatch, and third is the assistant or helper. That's all. Next thing, the next question may come, what is the procedure? It is so simple, so you can simply write that there should be a gym, the person will have to do first warming up, then on the command go, he or she will have to start step up and step down till the exertion. In between this, it will go till 5 minutes or till exertion. In between, the assistant will measure the pulse rate or a heart rate of an individual for 30 seconds after 1 minute recovery. Then again the assistants will come after the exercise, it will measure the pulse number 2 for 2 minutes recovery. Again it will come and measure the pulse at 3 for the 3-minute recovery. In the same way, with the help of the formula which you can see on my screen, that is the green board, we will be able to measure the physical efficiency index. There are 3 formulas for measuring the physical efficiency index. If we talk about the first one, that is the duration of exercise in seconds multiplied by 100, very first thing. Second is 5.5, that is the to divide it, we need to divide it. So duration of the exercise multiplied by 100 divided by 5.5 into pulse count, between 1 to 1.5 minutes exercise, right? Next thing is for 1 minute. If you want to calculate it for 1 minute, you will have to do 30,000 divided by pulse 1, pulse 2, pulse 3 and so on. Half minute, if you were to calculate it for half minute, you will have to write the this 100 multiply test duration in second, then divide by 2 and sum. What you need to do, you will have to do the sum of pulse number 1, pulse number 2, pulse number 3 as and on. So this is about the step Harvard test. It is a very important question in terms of MCQ as well as a 5 marks question. As I have written over here that there is a 5 marks question, so you must go through it, right? You learn that it is given by Grover. Never ever forget. Please don't forget it is given by Grover. It was given in 1943. The next time it measures the cardiovascular endurance. It may ask this thing, may ask in MCQ that 45 meter or 45 centimeter or 17 inches. It is for women or it is for men. So yeah, sure, we needed to clear it that 17 inches for women, 45 centimeter women. If we talk about 50 centimeter, yes, we are sure that it is for men, the bench size. 20 inches, yes, it is for men. Sometimes, board exam person, they will ask you the concept. So at least you know this all. How many requirements? Gym bag, stopwatch and assistant or helper. Procedure, you know everything. What does it measure? It measures the cardiovascular endurance. I hope you all understood this topic. This topic is very important, so go through it properly. I hope you all have understood nicely. So with this, take care. Bye-bye. Lot of love and basics to everyone. We'll meet soon with a new lecture. Bye-bye students. Take care.